Yo, what's the deal? This is SenZei here with a little tutorial in Logic Pro X for chord trigger. It's a MIDI effects that is over here in this little area. Go and click MIDI effects and click chord trigger. Okay. Now the reason why I'm doing this tutorial is per request, and also to help a few people out there that don't know about this. But there's triads. You have all these different intervals and extended harmonies, things like that. Those are all chords, right? But the thing is, you select a minor chord and it only plays the chord of that particular key. So I'll start with an A minor, right? And I'll go up the scale for A minor because it's all white keys, right? Allegedly. Well, not in this case, okay? So it's actually playing the chords, like I said, for that scale. I mean, not for that scale, but for that key. So it's not playing a scales chords, it's actually playing a keys chord, okay? So I've actually created some presets for modes, okay? So I have, the modes of major key, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, minor, and Locrian, okay? Minor is Aeolian, and major key is Ionian. Now, the thing that I did, okay, and I kind of conceptualized this, is when you're messing with a major key, right? So we'll say C major, okay, and C major in particular, and A minor because it's the enharmonic equivalent, okay? So you have the C major, so it's all white keys, right? All white keys, all the way across. A minor, it's the same thing. So I was thinking, wait a minute, if I do a C major triad, okay, that's going to be that right there, right? But now if I do an A minor triad, it's going to be that right there, okay? So if I do the next chord, it's going to be the next one, the next one, the next one, and it's going to continue like that because it doesn't actually hit the black keys. It stays on the white keys. So I was like, wait a minute, let me conceptualize this and create a preset that would play these different modes all based off of the white keys, okay? Now I'm going to show you something. I'm going to pull up a website called 8notes.com, okay? And I'm pulling up the website, and here you go. I'll show you as I do it, okay? So 8notes, and you go over here, resources, piano chord chart, okay? Now let's see what we have in here, okay? Modes, okay? Now the modes we have, I'll do it by letter, okay? So A major, okay, so the Dorian, okay, is going to be, let's see what an A Dorian looks like. So A, and then we have, maybe not there, what is it, the scales, was it? Yeah, okay, so alright, now let's see, I think it was it's in here somewhere. Okay, piano scales, here we go. Okay, my bad. And now we have, so we'll check out say a D, right? And then we'll go Dorian, okay? Now D Dorian, as you see, is all white keys, okay? So I was like, wait a minute, if I play a D Dorian and it's all white keys, then technically I can play it just like this, just like the A minor and the C major, right? I can play like that, but with the exception of these rules right here. So if it's a Dorian, right, you go and you do a minor chord, okay? So since it's all white keys and it starts on D because it's a D Dorian and it's all white keys on the D Dorian, so you do a D Dorian starting on D, okay, and then you raise the 6th degree, okay? So that's a minor with a 6th degree raised, all right? So it's actually a minor chord, you add a 6th and you raise that 6, okay? So I'll give you an example. We'll just click learn, and I'm just going to do this as an example real quick. We'll just click learn, and I'll go ahead and drop the octave on my keyboard, and I'll do from D, okay? So we have a D chord, right? So that's the D, right? Now we have the fifth pressed, which is the last white little dot you see there. So the sixth would be the very next white key because it's all white keys again, right? So the sixth, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The sixth key, okay? Then you raise it one semitone or one half step. So you just raise that to that right there. So it's actually that, okay? So you just do that, the whole entire scale up.
I got a cookie.
That's great, baby. So you do that, and then you just keep on going. But the thing is, if you do that every single key, you're gonna get it wrong, right? So you start from D, so that's your raised 6. But if you start over here and you go to the next key, now your raised 6 is gonna be, so you have your 5th here, right? Your 6 is gonna be right here, so your raised 6 is actually right there. So that's the actual chord. Okay, so don't go across. Pay attention to what's raised, what's lowered, and all of that from this little chart here, okay? And you just do that all the way up the scale. So you go, you do your triad, you add your 6th, and then you raise that 6th, okay? And then you do your triad, you do your 6th, and raise that 6th, okay? Do your triad, do your 6th, you raise that 6th, okay? And then you just keep on doing it the whole entire way through, right? So there's my triad, and I'm gonna add the 6th, right? There's a 6th, and then I'm gonna raise that 6th. Boom. So you get the point, guys. Just follow the chart, do it from scratch, from the beginning of the keyboard, transpose your octaves up as you continue to program, and just make sure that you always, if you need to start again from a certain point, and you're doing, you know, these all white keys, right? You know that this is D Dorian, okay? So you start from a D, okay? Don't start from an A, don't start from a C, start from the D because you're doing a Dorian scale, okay? So that's how you do that. Now, once that's done, okay, the easy way to accomplish all of this, okay, is this. Now you have your scale here, right? Now, for instance, if I wanted to play, this is a D Dorian, okay? If I wanted to play a D sharp Dorian scale, I would then transpose this up one semitone, okay? So now when I play that D on the bottom there, right? Wait. Alright, so I actually have to unlearn that and lock that in, right? So now, you see how it's different, right? That's because we're actually not doing a D Dorian, we're doing a D sharp Dorian because it's transposed one semitone. So you can actually play all white keys and play the different modes. So what I did was I would transpose it up one, then I would go and save it as D sharp. Then I would make another preset, transpose it again, make it an E, and so on and so forth. And that's how you knock out your presets for chord trigger and actually create the scales chords instead. Okay, so hope this helped, guys. If it's a little confusing, I'm sorry about it. It is a confusing topic because I kind of, had to create a formula to make this happen. But if you need help, comment below or just review the video again and it'll eventually click. It's really, really easy, guys. Just follow the exact steps that I just showed you and you'll be good to go. Now, one more thing, the location for the chord trigger presets is going to be right here, okay? You right click that, it's going to be in Music, Audio Music Apps, Plugin Settings, then Chord Trigger, okay? Simple as that. So right here, I have my modes. I've actually made it, set it by letter, okay? So I have all of those. And all I did there basically was, copy all the A's from each one of these folders, drop it in there, you know what I mean? Then I'd number them so they can be in sequence of how the modes are ordered, okay? So that's all I did, and that's it, guys. So I really, again, I hope this helped. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and happy producing.